hope you're having a wonderful day today. Today I'm going to be sharing with you my entire Van Cleef and Arpels collection, which is very small. I only have 4 pieces. I'm going to be sharing with you what I regret, and I do have some regrets. People tend to look at Van Cleef and Arpels as the pinnacle of jewelry, the creme de la creme, the top of it all. I don't. I just don't. And we're going to get into that. So I have already filmed a bunch of footage. I wanted you to be able to see the pieces. You don't need to see me. My neck is all kinds of red from adjusting this and taking pictures so you could see what the magic guilloche necklace looks like on me. And I have on the bracelet as well. I think the onyx would have looked better, but I'm not changing at this point. I have had my husband do this for me twice now, and he is not very amused. So let me turn the camera around and show you what I have, and then I'm going to give you my final thoughts. Okay, so the bracelets came with this outer box, like so, and folds down like a lot of jewelry boxes do. And I have the guilloche on. I'm going to leave that one on. It took my husband a bit to get that on. He's like, you need to sell that thing. But this is what they look like. I don't think they're doing boxes anymore, but we'll get to that in a moment. But that's what mine came packaged like. And then let's see what the necklaces came like. So the vintage Alhambra came in this box, and this was extremely underwhelming to me. It looks like a ring box, and in here you have a little polishing cloth, and that is how that one came. So the magic guilloche came in this box, and then the velvet box here. Again, you have a little cleaning cloth on top. I guess that's what that's for. And this was how the necklace was presented. These are the travel pouches, which I believe is what they are sending the jewelry out in now, instead of sending it out in the boxes. And for that kind of money, I would be really, really disappointed. This one is for the magic guilloche. I think that's very nice. The one for the vintage Alhambra, completely unimpressed with. It was not easy to get this. I did buy the vintage Alhambra one from Neiman Marcus in Atlanta, not from the same store. I got my other 3 pieces, but that's just, this is just, it's crappy. I'm just gonna say it. And then for the bracelets, I think these are good as well. And the bracelets just clip into here. And I have 2 of those. I do have a cleaning cloth somewhere. I will see if I can find that, next to impossible to get. And with 4 pieces, I only got 1 cleaning cloth, and that is because a friend actually got it from her boutique and sent it to me. I was never offered one from my boutique. So this is the cleaning cloth. Comes inside of this little booklet. It is very rare to get one of these, and I just don't understand that on any level when Cartier gives out full jewelry cleaning kits, and this is what you get from Van Cleef. So, okay, we're gonna start with the very first piece that I purchased. I'm gonna tell you how I feel about the pieces, tell you what I regret, would I purchase it again, and how I feel about it. So, which I just said that. So anyways, this is the vintage Alhambra in the onyx and the 18 karat yellow gold. Let me take it off of here and show it to you up close. It's absolutely a beautiful necklace. It's very, very pretty. But something to note about the majority of the Alhambra line is they use the cheapest stones possible. Onyx and mother of pearl carnelian are just not expensive gemstones. Most of them are not, and you are paying for the name. You really are. But let's see how well I can get this. Maybe I need to do this to get the detail. Aha! So you can see there is a lot of detail to this piece. Let me turn it sideways. I mean, it's very, very detailed. My regret with this piece, let's go back out a little bit here. I'm gonna put this onto Cartier. This is their travel pouch, which I think blows Van Cleef away. But let me put it on this so you can see it better. This snapped here so it doesn't fall off. This necklace, I bought it for myself for Christmas many, many years ago. I don't know how long. And I was super excited about it. I had wanted it for a long time. Sorry about the bits of fuzz there. Wanted it for a long time. When it came, I wasn't very happy with it. They did not offer to put in the extender, which they do for free, so I had to ship it back. Again, this one came from Neiman Marcus in Atlanta. And let's see if we can zoom in and we can see the detail on that. Let's turn that clasp over. You're looking through this, it's like, there we go. There's the Van Cleef logo there. But I was very, very underwhelmed, as I said, with the packaging and just the whole experience of it with that particular store. And I did call and order it. I did not go in person. But here's my biggest complaint with this, and you can see it doing it right here. This chain is so incredibly thin. It is, I'm just gonna say it, it's cheap. It is just a cheap, cheap chain. And it twists and it rolls on my neck until it's almost choking me. And I have brought this on several vacations. One of them being a wedding in Temecula on a hillside in a beautiful winery, and it was so windy. I had to take this necklace off 4 or 5 times that evening and completely straighten it out again so that it would lay flat. I regret this one. I regret it so much. I would never purchase another one of these ever again. This is the worst purchase. This one comes in currently at $2,750, if I have not said that already. I'm honestly not sure what I paid for mine because it's been a few years, so I don't know. I'm not even gonna guess, but that's a whole lot of money for such a cheap stone and a cheap chain. I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna tell you. I'm going to tell you. Because if you're going to spend your hard-earned money, you need to know what you're getting. Can you see how it's twisting just here on this little board? So let's move into the second piece that I purchased, and I will overlay some video of this on my wrist so you can see what I am talking about. And I'm also going to hold up the chain to the necklace to the chain to the bracelet in a moment, just to show you the difference in that. So the bracelet is the 5-stone onyx bracelet. This one currently comes in at $4,200. And again, beautiful, stunningly beautiful. I cannot say anything about their pieces not being absolutely gorgeous. This one, when I purchased it, I strongly feel that my sales associate should have told me to size it. I'm going to put in a little overlay here on top, with it on my wrist. This one I was able to get on today by myself with no problem, and you can see it does get little finger marks, but no one's going to see it unless you're zooming like this. The Guilloché one, I could not get it on, and yeah, my husband was like, sell that thing. So I think it's absolutely beautiful. I should have gotten it sized. I didn't. Let me back this up a little bit again. I didn't get it sized, and then I realized that it needed to be sized. And so I was texting with my sales associate, and let me start over a little bit. All these 3 pieces are from Van Cleef in Las Vegas. I had a wonderful experience with that store, with the manager, with my sales associate. I got to try on some beautiful, beautiful pieces. It was a fabulous experience. I do wish she would have told me to shorten this though. So I did reach out to her later on, and I said, I think it needs to be shortened. And she said they are changing their policy to where I think it was like 60 or 80 days where you had to shorten the bracelet, and they changed it to a full year. I was nowhere near the full year at the time they made this policy change, and both of my bracelets were purchased about a month or so apart from each other. So I was like, yes, I'm going to do that. Well, she called me and said, I'm so sorry. It only applies to purchases made October or later. Mine were made in May and in June, and this was February that she's telling me this. So I'm nowhere up onto the 1 year. So it was going to be a fee. I'm going to end up shortening it if I don't end up selling these. I'm going to have to fix that. I think it was like $180. So it would have been free, and that irritates me because it was within that range. These are so incredibly hard to get on. That's the jump ring. That's not what I'm trying to show you. This lobster claw is so tiny. Now, my friend Kim, and I will link her channel down below, KK, I always say it wrong, it's too many initials, but she's lovely and she has some great videos on these. She can whip this bracelet on and off in seconds. She's like, I just have really good dexterity. And I'm like, I guess I don't. I got fingernail paint. I have nail polish underneath my nail here, but she can whip it on and off. I cannot. I asked them if this could be changed to a larger clasp, and they said yes. Pardon my cuticles, I've not fixed them this week. They said yes, and again, I think it was a $180 charge, but they wanted to send this off to a local jeweler. So I'm not sure if it would have had the Van Cleef clasp on it. I'm not sure if it would have just completely ruined the value of it. And I've also seen, and with Kim's video, I'm going to link her channel. She had hers shortened and then she's elongating it again, I believe. But she didn't like how it came out the first time, if I am correct. It's been a while since I've watched her video. And I have seen where they don't take out even amounts in between on the links. And so that kind of concerned me also about getting this one size. So let me show you this chain next to, actually, I don't know why I unsnapped that. Hang on one second. Okay, so here's the chain. Let's zoom in again. There is the chain on the bracelet versus the necklace. That would have been so much better had they put that chain on the necklace. It's much more substantial. And I think if I do get it sized, I will definitely like it better. Okay, the next piece that I got, and this one was for my birthday 1 year, and this is the Guilloché 5 motif vintage Alhambra bracelet. It is stunning. Do you see how that just like, it looks like, I don't know, how a sunburst or something? Let's zoom in a little on this. I'm finally focused here. It's took me 7 years. No, I guess I've done better, but there you go. So again, you've got that thicker chain, and I will be inserting, I think I said the same thing twice because I know I should, when I have that on, I'm like, my husband was about to lose his mind when he saw me walk into his office with this bracelet. I'm like, it's dexterity time. But this one I think is just gorgeous. I love that it's gold. I considered adding the hammered gold, but there's just too many things that annoy me about this bracelet. It's just, and the whole situation of I get to pay even though I'm within the year, but everybody else gets, if they bought it in October and it's February, they're fine. But since I got it in June and it's February, that just irritated me. It really did. But zoom in a little bit more. It's really a beautiful, beautiful piece. There is the back, and there is that awful little tiny lobster claw that other people can get it on, like I said, but to me it is a huge annoyance. It really, really is, but it's gorgeous. Absolutely a beautiful, beautiful piece. And the last piece that I have is the Magic Guilloché necklace. This was a gift from my husband for my birthday that same year. And again, look at how beautiful that is. These pieces are just so breathtakingly beautiful. I love the detail. Let's see if we can zoom in there on the bail here, and let's look at the side. I mean, they just, whoops, and you can see every bit of fuzz, but they do a really beautiful job with these. And I like that this one is gold and is not, I'm just gonna say it again, a cheap stone. They are, that's what they are. I have been collecting jewelry for, let me think, 20, oh gosh, probably, no, 30, probably 32 years. Yes, a long, long time. So I know what I am talking about, I really do. And I also used to work in a jewelry store. So this is the chain on this one. And I am gonna insert some pictures of this on me as well as the Onyx one. And this one came with 3 jump rings. So there's your 1, 2, 3. And so that's very, very nice. It's very versatile. However, when you double it up, one of the issues with it is that it will slide around and you will end up with the lobster claw in the front. And you know, it's a little bit annoying, but it's not a deal breaker. This one, I have no regrets. This one I absolutely love. It's, like I said, super, super versatile. So I'm gonna show you the difference again in the chains, just so you have an idea. And the thing about the guilloche, as beautiful as it is, you wanna be extremely careful with it, because it, if you scratch it, there's no going back. They cannot fix it. So it's really not something that you probably want to stack with other things. So let's zoom in on this again. So this is a lot more substantial, as you can see. And then let's look at it next to the bracelet, just to see what the difference with that one is. I think the bracelet one's gonna be a little thicker. Yes, it definitely is. Let's see, just get that right there next to it. Go in, so there you can see that. But this one is substantial enough. It has never twisted. It does, like I said, the lobster claw will move forward. And my lovely friend Diane, who is no longer on YouTube or Instagram, she bought a chain from Van Cleef in the length that she wanted, because she just got tired of dealing with this long chain. Kind of the neat part about it is how versatile it is, but then again, it is a little bit difficult to deal with it. You can also put it on like a lariat style they were showing me. I've never done that, so I don't have a picture of that. I just showed the ways I wear it. And I do have 2 pictures of it on very long, and I have it where it's clasped right now, and then I have it on the 3rd jump ring. So you can see the difference if you didn't want it to be quite as long. So now I'm gonna turn the camera around and just kind of give you my final thoughts on these pieces and how I feel about them. And before I do that, let's just say, these 4 pieces together, if you purchase them today without tax, $20,000 and $20,800. Yeah, yeah. So it's a lot to be disappointed. It really is. Okay, so I was honest. I was brutally honest. I usually am. That's just really is my personality. It's how I feel about these things. I feel like Van Cleef has changed so much. Like I said, I believe, correct me if I am wrong, but I have read several places that they are not giving out boxes anymore, and they are only doing the soft pouches, and that the packaging is all different. I save all of mine. I'm not real worried about it going in a landfill. It won't for very, very, very many years. I keep all of my packaging. And when I'm spending that kind of money, I want the packaging. And I kind of don't understand also, Cartier and Van Cleef have the same parent company, which is Richemont, and they do things so differently. Out of all the luxury brands I shop with, Cartier, Bulgari, Tiffany, and Van Cleef and Arpels, out of the 4, Cartier is the creme de la creme. They are the top. They are the best. I'm going to show you the differences really quickly. The Cartier versus the Van Cleef jewelry pouch. This is fine. This is beyond better. I'll show you it. You have a little pillow that you can wrap your bracelet around, and then in the back you have two little slots that you can put rings or earrings in. So it's much, much more functional. The Van Cleef necklace one, I think this is fine. It is quite similar to the Cartier one. I think that's fine. My little tiny necklace, this is what they gave me. This has got to be for rings or for earrings because there's two little compartments. And this is Cartier's for rings, so similar. You would have to, there's no way. You're never gonna find a cleaning cloth ever again from them. I can't believe I got one. And Cartier, I can't tell you how many of these I have. And these are full cleaning kits. Like, this works on sterling silver. You've got the polishing cloth. You have the little soft bristled brush. You've got the little instruction book behind it. It's in this beautiful drawer box. So I guess overall, I've been very underwhelmed with Van Cleef and Arpels. If you had told me, oh my gosh, I knew about Van Cleef and Arpels before I knew what a classic flap was. I knew what Van Cleef and Arpels was before I knew Damier Ebene existed. I am a jewelry girl. I wanted a 20 motif necklace for as long as I could remember. Talked about it all the time. There was a newscaster or maybe she did finance. Maybe she did finance because my husband would always tell me that this woman had on the necklace. He'd be like, come here, look, this girl has it on. If you would have told me then that today I could have had one, that I could purchase one and would say no, I would not have believed you whatsoever. I do, like I said, I think their designs are stunning, but I really don't see me ever adding any more pieces, and I either need to spend the money and get those bracelets shortened, or I need to let them go because I don't wear them because they're uncomfortable. I mean, look how far down that is on my wrist. That is not I mean, it goes halfway, down my palm here. It's not comfortable and so incredibly difficult to get on. As I said, I had a really good experience in Las Vegas with the manager and my sales associate. They were wonderful, they were kind, they got everything shipped to me. I did get a gift somewhere, I forget where I put it. It's probably in the store. I got some little note cards, which was lovely. Another thing that they've done is they used to have online the holiday pendants, and they used to just tell me what they were. I have yet to purchase one because they're pretty much the same as that Onyx necklace that you just heard how much I love. And I haven't bought one, but I did ask a couple of years ago just to see what it was that was coming out. And I never even got a picture or a text back because apparently it's turned into a VIP spend thing. And I think that year it was rhodonite, which I wouldn't have bought anyways because I am pink. So I don't know. I think they have some lovely things, and I know that they have way more than the Alhambra line. And I have looked at some of their pieces online, and while I think they're gorgeous, they're too girly and frilly for me. But I do think, some of their higher end creations, as they call it online, are lovely, but it's not something I'm going to be investing my money in. But I hope that this was somewhat helpful if you are considering these pieces. If you get the chance to try them on, I highly recommend it, and I highly recommend just walking around. And this is my fault. I cannot blame my sales associate for this. I know what size my wrist is. I know it's small, and I should have done it. But what's irritating about it is that everybody that bought one in October got it done, and I didn't, and I was still within that 12 months range. It's like, when you're spending this kind of money, maybe give a little bit of customer service. And that was not my sales associate's fault. That was a corporate decision. So that's how I feel about it. There it is. I hope you have a wonderful day today, and I hope to talk to you again very soon. Take care. Bye-bye.